Hello everybody, welcome back to episode number 10 of the trading recap. We've had a lot of changes since episode 9 which I want to bring up to you in a lump sum. So the market has been consolidating in the zone right here on gold. So I have the two zones marked out. We can see that it's retesting this support on resistance. See when the buyers were pushing and sellers brought it down, buyers pushed, seller brought it down, and buyers finally pushed over and it went up. And if we extend to there, covering this week, you can see that when the market was first going bearish, they retested the zone and buyers pushed it up because it turned from resistance to support. So buyers pushed it up and then sellers brought it back down, and we had a little break, retest, break again, and then we had a retest again, pushed it back down, and came back out to this level, and then buyers pushed again, retested, and sellers are almost in a stalemate now with buyers and sellers. So we haven't gotten a trade on gold yet, so we've been waiting for either the market to break down to this level, as we have a timer here. We're waiting for market to break down to this level or go above this level. Then we can say, okay, if it goes above this level, then buyers have taken over and we're going for longs. Below this level, sellers, we can go for shorts, bring it back down to this level. So we're waiting on gold, and while we were waiting I was looking at other currency pairs and I stumbled upon GBP JPY, which is in a downtrend. You can see the EMA crossing, and this low got broken. So on the 50-minute time frame, we took this trade. And it's been going very well. I think we're doing well in the trade. We're up $4,000. So a 200k challenge is almost at break even for starting balance. And we had our stop loss here, but after going down more than 40%, 50 at this point, we did try to remove the risk to bring the risk to break even on both trades. So we're at break even on both trades. I think this is at $27 and this is at $9. So we are break even on both trades. And what we also did was replicate this same trade in our Alpha Capital 200k account, where if we log into the account and we go to the currency pair, which is GBP JPY, there it is. It's in 1 hour. Let's put it on the 50 minutes time frame. There's the 15. So if I zoom in, you can see that on the 15 we did enter the trade here, but I think if we go to order history range, let's go today. Okay, yes, we do have it. Okay, today. We entered at field price. Is this a field price? Yeah, this is a field price. No, that's a take profit price. We went in somewhere here. I think we went in at this level. Where is my crosshair? That's my crosshair. So I think we went in at this level. I think it was here, if I'm not mistaken, or here. 209,609. Where can I find that? Okay, yeah, okay. No, that was a stop loss. Our stop loss was I think it was here, 209, or was it 210 if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, we got into the trade somewhere here on this candle. I don't know if it was on the 5-minute time frame, but I think it was the 15. But we got into the trade here, and we decided to do 2 positions. You can see of 7 each. 2 positions of 7 lot sizes each. And so we were just looking for. Initially, I took a single position of 7. The very first buy of a position of 7. Let's see, at 358. If I'm looking at the time. There we go. Okay, there is a time. Yeah, so I went in with a buy of 7 at 358, and I had my take profit at 5K. But then I'm saying, instead of doing 1.7 at 5K, why don't I do 2.7 at 2.5K? And I was risking $1,000. So I was looking for a 1 to 2 risk to reward. So when this one started going, I said, okay, I might just do 2 positions with a risk with 2.5K each. That would mean 5,000. So a couple minutes later, I think it was 4 minutes later, I went with the second position of still 7. And then I adjusted the stop losses to from 5K to 2.5K, and then I had this one as 2.5K. The reason being is because of, let's go back now to our fund that thing. The reason being is we had our best trading day. We made 5.1K on our best trading day on the 9th, which was like what, last week or 2 days ago? That was Monday. Monday. So so I said, okay, for if our best day was 5.1K, and we need to our consistency rule says a single day should not be more than 40%. And I think I've done this calculation before in previous episodes. I said, okay, 170, let's just do 77 divided by 0.4, which is 40%. So I need 12,900 to be below this mark. And I think our account balance was at 8K, if I'm not mistaken. So I said, okay, if I can make 5K again, that will offset this. So I went in with 13,000. I said, that's okay, I'll do 13,000. And the reason why I wanted to do 13,000 for withdrawal is I was thinking for my very first withdrawal, because we need at least 13,000 to make a withdrawal. And I was saying, okay, if I need $13,000 to make a withdrawal, no, that's not that divided by $13,000 to make a withdrawal, and the profit split is 80%, which is 0.8. That will give me a round figure of 10K for our first payout. So, and then our current balance was at 8K, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was here. Yep. I think it was, 8.3. That's our previous balance from 8.3K. So I was saying 8,333 plus 5K. That will give me 1,300, which will put me in the range for us to withdraw, to request our first payout. So that was why I wanted to do 2.5K, and that will give me 5K, and it'll bring down our consistency score to below 40%, and it's now a success. So I think with this now we can request a payout. So we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trading days, and of the 5 trading days, 4 were successful. The very first one, we lost $300. On the second one, we made 2.7K. 2.7K, yes, on that one. A profit of 1,500, 1,200, overall 2.7. On Monday, we took 1, 2, 3, 4 trades. We had a loss of $700, but in total, on Monday in total, we made over $5,000. So we made 5K, had another $200, lost $700, and then made $624. So our overall for the day came out to be 5.1K. On Tuesday today, we took a sell position on gold, which I can show us. If we go to gold and the 5-minute time frame, where did we take that sell? Was it on the 5-minute? I think it was here. Okay, it was here that we made the sell on gold. I still remember the trade. So I was looking at the charts. The reason was we did touch this point of resistance, and we made sort of a little, downtrend forming. Boom. So when I saw that, I said, okay, this might be a little downtrend from touching the resistance level. And again, using supply and demand, I marked my break of structure, which is 2 break of structures. So taking this one, and boom, I mark my break of structure, and then I am looking for my supply zone, and I identify my supply zone right there, the candle before the fallout, and this is a sell. stop just above the exit, and we're targeting this low, the previous close, which was a little, 1 to 2.9, or 1 to 2.9. Yep. But what happened was we did not enter the trade at the supply at the supply zone. We saw this trade. I saw this trade when I think it was already halfway down. If I go to DX trade and I go to gold, I think it might still be here if I'm not mistaken. Okay, it is still here. So this is the same setup. This is our break of structure right here, and this is our supply zone right here that got tapped, but we saw it when it was already down, so we took the trade and we just went into a sell right at this candle, and then we had our stop loss at this line, and you can see where we got stopped out, and so that gave us this $745. So that gave us a $745. And I think what time was this trade taken? Midday. I was at 12, after 12. Like, when was this? Yep, at 12. So after 12 p.m. today. And so, yeah. And then we waited, as I was saying, okay, there's no more trades on gold that we can take until we get until our alert let us know that we're out of this range and we're now going bullish or bearish. So I said, okay, no more trade on gold, and that was how I found GBP JPY in a downward trend, And so maybe I told myself maybe I can take something from this trade, and that was how we birthed these two trades. And with our calculations, of the two trades, we were able to make 5K on them. Now, what this means is if we go to our account analysis, not this one, trading history, not that one, advanced insights. Okay, it means we've traded another a pair that is not gold. You guys know I only trade gold, but today I saw this setup on GBP JPY that I could not let it go, so I took it. So I took the trade on GBP JPY, and I think it did pay off. So this is our trading history showing right here. We've had one red day in 5 trading days, which I think is good. And we've taken 4 trades. I think it's more than 4. Anyways, that's for Wednesday. I think we've taken program objectives. We've taken 10 trades and we have an 80% win rate. So that means we've lost 2 trades. An 80% win rate is good. A profit factor of $16 an expectancy of $0.09, a risk to reward of 3.5. Our average loss is 500. Our average profit is $1,800. So this is good. But the main thing I want to find out is, since our consistency is now below 40%, can we request a payout? Is the purpose of this video. So I'm going to go to payout and achievements, and you can see all our achievements from the two accounts. And if you go to payout, request your payout. So if I go to request payout, please use this form to request a new payment. We will check and contact you for additional information. Okay. Oh, there we go. It's updated. So now we can request a payout on this account. Please fill out this field, withdrawal amount. I think we can withdraw 10,400, but I want 10,100. We want 10,100. Is there a reason? I do not know. Let me check back and see if there's a reason. If you need to fill out the reason. Okay. I looked and I didn't see any reason for payout besides for your performance bonus fee request on your fourth successful withdrawal. Please state in the reason section that this is your fourth withdrawal and that you would like to receive it. So maybe we can just put this is our first withdrawal, and they do bi-weekly. What happens to the bi-weekly? The minimum performance fee is $100. To qualify withdrawal, a minimum of must be realized. For your first performance fee request, a minimum of 5 trading days using the same trading strategy is required. Please notice that a trade must be open or closed on the same day for trading day to be considered. In that case of a trade be open on one and close on a different day, only trading day could. If a trade is open on day one and close day two, that will count as a single trading day. Okay. The use of minimal loss per trading days on a qualified account is not allowed as it defends 5 trading day period. Example. Okay. And how many trading days do we have? I think we did qualify for. We've been locked out. I think we qualify for the 5 trading days. Yes, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trading days. So we've qualified for that. We can go now to our payout section and request our payout. 10,100. Reason is oopsie. Payout, let's see. I think performance fee request. Okay, so I click OK. Woohoo! Payout request successful. Continue. Okay, so that's gone. And we go to back. Okay. There it is. We've sent out the request. Hopefully it gets approved because we've been working and trading with the guidelines. So we'll see how that happens. It should say 24 to 48 hours. So we're requesting on a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So by Friday, hopefully we should get it if everything goes according to plan. So there we are with the payout request. And now this market is trying to reverse on us. How greedy. How greedy. Anyways, we've gotten the thing we were looking for, so you can reverse all you want. Do I close on this 2.9K? Let's see on the 1 hour. Let's let it rock. We're on break even right now, so it doesn't matter. Let's let that run. So yeah, we've requested our first payout, guys. Now that that's gone, I'll tell you why I also requested 10 grand for my first payout. Is because if we go to our trading journal, I went into all the prop firm challenges that I've bought since I started my trading journey, and it's been a lot. So I calculated all the challenges that I've bought and added all how much I've spent on prop firm challenges from 1, 2, 3, 4 prop firm companies. And we've seen that FXify, I've spent what, 6 grand on FXify challenges. 6 grand. That is including all the challenges I've spent on 6 grand. On Alpha Capital, which if we let's do this. Let's go to payment history. So all the successful ones, I've added them up. So they are 697, 400, 300, 372, and 397. So that includes 100K and 20K accounts. I've added on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 challenges that I've bought, and it totaled to $2,200 on Alpha Capital. I went to FTMO. And added how much I've spent on prop firm challenges. If it'll load, go to billing. There, I think it's billing. Boom. There we go. These two, $499, $495. That is about what? Something. I think I just had a brain freeze. So FTMO, I've spent $994 on FTMO. Lionheart Funding, I did buy a challenge account for them once for $298. It's there. And then FXify is where my money has been going into. if I sign in on FXify, and I go to billing, paid, there we go. So now you can see what I mean by that. And let me reduce you so you can see. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's still, there we go. Yep. So, you know, I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 challenges on FXify with all the prices. Where are the prices? There's some, okay. 800, 400, 400, 500, 466, 400, 500, 582, 400, 400, 700. So I added everything up, you know, added total all, and that came out to 5,900, or that's six grand on FXify. So, and then I added all the amount I spent on all the accounts. It came out to $9,400. That's $9,500. You can see when I was doing the additions for FXify, you know, 59, 59, there it is. So I have spent almost $10,000 on prop firm challenges, $9,400. And we just requested our first payout of $10,100. Let's put this in green. Our first payout of $10,100. So this will offset. So that's the first thing I wanted to do. That was the motivation behind keeping my maximum day at 5,100, because I know that will give me 13,000, and 80% of 13,000 would be 10,400. But we're taking out 10,100, so $300 will be left in there. That was a motivation behind keeping max profit per day on 5 grand. So this 10 grand will, you know, reset, offset our prop firm challenges expenses, and we would be what, $600 in profits. And the very first account I bought on FXify was for $782, and that was the 8th of the 3rd, 2024. That was the 3rd of, was it September? Yeah, June, July, August. August. It was the 3rd of August, 2024 was when I started trading prop firms. August 3rd, 2024. And we requested our first payout on February 11, 2026. So that's almost a year and a half of trading failures. So my mini advice, if you know you're consistent and serious with trading, just be patient, and it will pay off. It will pay off if you're consistent. So don't give up just yet. If you think trading is for you, then don't give up just yet. Don't give up on yourself, because you're gonna fail. You're gonna blow accounts. When I was watching YouTube 2 years ago, 3 years ago, people used to say, you know, you're gonna blow accounts. It's okay to blow accounts. You're gonna blow accounts. Don't give up. You can see I've blown 11 accounts on FXify. 11 accounts on FXify over a year and a half. So don't give up. And from, I think it was episode 3, episode 4, when we were funded, when we were FTMO funded, we got funded on FTMO. There was it. FTMO rewards account. We got funded on FTMO rewards account. On the same day, we blew our funded account. The very same day. Pain. If I can just show it again. This account was funded on January 20th, 2026. January 20th, 2026. Well, my time zone was on the 27th. When did I blow it? January 28th, 2026. So, just a couple hours. I funded the same day, blew the account the same day. I felt pain in my chest. Pain in my chest when I blew this account from just 2 trades and it was gone. No stop loss. I do not have a stop loss. That's why I keep, watching my stop losses on the current account that I have, because stop loss would save your life, save your account. That's why I keep watching my stop loss when I'm like, if I have a 1 to 2 risks to reward on a trade, or a 1 to 3 risks to reward on a trade, when I'm in profit, 50%, I reduce my stop loss to break even. So that way I'll be at peace and say, okay, we're at peace now because we're not risking anything. And that's why I reduced the risk on the 200K FXify a 1-step challenge account to break even. And we're passing. So, and we just requested our first payout on Alpha Capital, 1-step 200K. So they're going to do the evaluation, and then, on Friday, they'll get back to us and let us know if it's been processed or not. So I just opened in my email, and I'm waiting. Hopefully today it's almost 1 a.m. right now, 12:52, so it's almost 1 a.m. Hopefully by the end of today, Wednesday, the review should have been done, and we would see where they are at. That being said, I'll let you guys go right now. Thank you for watching episode number 10. Have a good night, everybody. I'm going to sleep. Bye.